Okay, 1891. Good luck. We've not played before. Oh, that's a big gap, isn't it? Oh, he's only a new account. 39 games and only 4 there. Okay, so my opponent could be quite underrated here. We'll just have to see. It's the same for everybody. I think you start at 1500, so obviously the stronger players, it takes time to build your rating to where it should be. Yeah, that's a move, but I think I'll just go slow and steady here. Okay, so we've got a potentially long endgame coming up. Knight up, I think, is a move here. Might end up coming around the angles, but I'm going to do it though, just to threaten the check and hit the pawn. But I might end up having to come back here and get double pawns on the outside, so that might not be quite so clever. Yeah, knight's gone there, so let's take and just try and castle if we can. Okay, so bishop comes down. Is knight up a move here, actually? Knight up. Trade, bishop takes, we hit the pawn. It gives him a bishop check. I'm just going to castle. I'm looking at knight up now, though. Okay, so knight up, he just takes. I don't see any tricks. Takes, the check's covered. Bishop back or bishop back. Knight here is obviously a move, so I think I'll just drop this where. Try and guard this knight. I'm hitting a pawn now. I'm still threatening potentially to try and get there if I can have some sort of support move first. I'm not sure I can. Obviously e4 now, it's double covered. A bishop down to hit my knight, so what if I just take a pawn? Hit the rook. Yeah, why can't I take the pawn? You might have a move like rook down. Then I can maybe take his knight. I might get trapped though. All done. Here, if he takes, I've got check, right? I'm going to give him a chance to make a mistake. I think it's a mistake. If he takes a knight, I've got a check. And it might win the rook, but I might end up losing 2 knights for, say, a rook, which wouldn't be so good. But I also hit the light squared bishop. So he's gone back. Now I think I can just grab a pawn. If I take and he comes here, I can just put the knight right back where it is. And there's no pawn to attack the knight. So I think it's safe to take, but I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Now I'm threatening bishop takes knight as well, but again, that pawn would then stop my knight from escaping. So he has indeed gone there, so I think I need to drop the knight back, but where's it going to go now? I'm going to have to try and push a pawn to support this knight, I think. Have I got any other moves? What about f3 for e4? And then I can activate the bishop. That makes sense to me. It stops the knights coming down. It threatens e4 to kick the bishop with bishop to e3. Oh, he's going to trade the knight. Well, that should be good. Then my knight's not getting trapped. So just take. e4 still makes a lot of sense to me with bishop upcoming. He could throw in a check first, but I'll just step to the corner. No, he doesn't. So bishop up seems like a move. If he pins me, worst case I'm trading. And I'm still a pawn up. Oh, he just blundered an exchange there. He's very lucky he's got the bishop check. Yeah, he's very lucky there. I'll let him play it. He's going to have to bishop check. Oh, he didn't do it. What? Well, should I just take the rook? Lose a knight, gain a rook. Lose a bishop, gain a rook. I wonder whether I can take this one, but I'm just going to take here and keep it simple or more straightforward. Try and run my outer pawn if I can. Oh, I think king up might be a move here, but I'm walking into a voluntary pin, which I don't really want to do. If I go here, he can come behind, so actually got to be careful. Rook across seems sensible. Just to give my bishop an option to drop back, but might be vulnerable to the bishop potentially coming in. If I go here, there's no immediate back rank threat. So he's hitting my pawn. See, rook across to guard, and you can go here. And that feels like the more valuable pawn, the outer one. So I think I'm going to push it and try and even support it. But I might end up losing bishop and pawn for bishop, but I am in exchange up. Oh, he's just taken. Well, he's done it that way. But I'm up material here, so if he takes, I've just got rook across, I think, and he's got a back rank mate issue to deal with. So I'm just up a rook against a knight, 5 pawns each. Okay. I'll just check and bishop back. He's got knight down. I can just take and go behind, and that's got to be winning. Now, have I got rook here first? Rook across. He's got to move a pawn. Bishop here. Oh no, he just plays knight takes bishop. What am I doing? Move the bishop first. Bishop here, he can't move it, but he can do something like this. I'm just not going to mess about. Just take it. I've just got to get this pawn if I can. I think I can, so I should be winning. Just an exchange up. If I can trade the rook for a knight and a pawn, should be better. I've just got to not blunder some tactics with these dangerous knights. Keep the rook well away from my king. Could need a lot of winning now, but we should be better at least. Okay, so if I play rook across, how do I dominate this knight? You can go to there. Push the pawn. Maybe try and fix the king from coming forward. If I do this, he's got a check. I just don't want to allow some stupid check where his knight can win my rook. I'm going here, but the idea is I just want to go here. If he doesn't jump his knight into play. It could be an awful lot of winning this. I might try and trade the rook for knight and save one of the pawns. Yeah, so I think I've got rook here. So now the knight can't just easily jump out. Equally, my rook can't easily throw in a check. So I'm going to try and bring the king up. I'm just going to be really careful not to allow the knight to hit the rook and the king and give it all away. Okay, he's come there. Now, can I go here now? I thought I could push, but I'm maybe weakening these. I think I need to try, though. See, I'm trying to win the game, so I'm pushing forward. Okay, hits the pawn. So up, check, back, check. I mean, I could just check, actually, couldn't I? How do I defend this, so? I'm going to bring the king up. Trust my instincts, it might be wrong. I think he'll check and I'll come back. Then he'll have a knight check and maybe down. That's what he's done. So here, as long as I don't allow the knight to hit them both, like I could do with the rook being on a dark square if the king's on a light square. So come here next to the knight. I couldn't go there. Okay, but now I can check, right? And what does he do? Can I just put the rook here and then threaten a check? That looks strong. I'm threatening a check. He has to come back and I win a pawn. If I can win a pawn, then trade the rook and knight, it should be winning. Now I can push this pawn here. But this is what I want to do. Knight takes, takes. If you take, take, that's got to be winning. He can't afford to take there because I'm collecting a pawn as well and I'm a clean rook up. If he goes back, I think I can take the pawn. There's no knight to hit the rook and king. Oh, he's gone for it. I think that's a mistake. I think I should be able to win this. It doesn't mean I can, but I hope I should be able to. He can't take my pawn. Now I'm able to take, but I can just simply run my pawn up, I think, and I should be able to stop him. So I'm just going to push the pawn. It does give him connected pawns here, so it could be a slight mistake. I think I can just play rook across now and just sack. Yeah, it's definitely winning this. Just step up and just take if I need to. I'm threatening checkmate as well. Get the queen then. I don't allow any silly stalemates, do I? Let's just not take any nonsense risks. Just take the pawn. Take. Go here. You've definitely got to move. Yeah, just no silly sloppy risks. And that's a checkmate.